We are now recording.
All right, hello everyone. This is the Amherst Energy and Climate Action Committee, which was organized to guide the town in meeting its climate mitigation and resilience goals. Those goals and the plan for getting there are adopted from the Climate Action Adaptation and Resilience Plan, or the CARP, which was accepted by the Town Council in 2021. It takes 2016 as its base year and calls for a 25% reduction in carbon emissions by 2025, 50% by 2030, and carbon neutrality by 2050. So this committee has two functions. One is to advise the town council and recommend or propose policies or actions that will help us meet those goals. And the other is to do outreach and promote a just, equitable, and speedy climate response. So that's who we are. First issue of business every time is to find a note taker. And this time I actually went back through the minutes and discovered that since January 1, neither Steve nor Laura have been a note taker. So Steve or Laura, would one of you like to take notes today?
I'm happy to do it, but that also seems surprising to me.
You probably did it twice in December or something like that. Or maybe I skipped one. I don't know. I haven't.
Am I on? Yeah, I can also do it. It just take me a second to catch up.
All right. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who wants to do it?
I'll do it. It's been a while.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, I did them on, just for your record, I did them on the 29th of January.
Oh, I missed it. Okay,
That
sorry.
doesn't mean I can't do them again, but
I might have missed one, Laura. That's possible. All right. Okay, so that means Steve will take notes today. And then first thing on the agenda is always to review and vote on the minutes, which I have up here. Let me go ahead and share this screen. Share check minutes. There. Now you should be able to see them. Can everybody see that? Should I make it bigger?
If you could make it bigger, Lori. And yes, we can see it.
How's that better?
Yeah, that's
bigger yet. Okay. So this was last time. We had an Elevate event debrief. And we talked about the Sustainability Festival, which we get to do again today. Let's close this window. And we talked a little bit about other stuff. I like these minutes. They're short and sweet.
That's what corporate minutes usually are. So
Well done, Don. I think it was Don who did them, right?
yep.
Well done. All right. Can you move to accept the minutes? I think that's it, right? Yes.
I move to accept the minutes.
Thank you, Caitlin. Second.
second. Yeah.
Okay, stop sharing. And Stephanie, you're muted.
I'm sorry, did we have a second?
Yes, I think we did. It was either Laura or who was it? Laura and Steve? Two people I heard.
Me, Andrew.
Andrew.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. All right. And in no particular order. Missing? Sorry, I don't know why we couldn't hear you, Michael.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Davis?
Sorry, yes. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Lennon?
Yes.
Drucker?
Yes.
Goldner?
Yes.
Allison?
Yes.
Roof?
Abstain.
Okay. Minutes are approved.
Okay, with that, we are on to our agenda. So the first thing is, has there been, we have this op-ed regarding potholes. Anything
Do
happening
you
with
want to do
that? Oh,
public comment? first?
Public comment, I'm sorry. Public comment, and do we have public? We have no public, so no public comment. So going on then to op-ed submission. Any movement on that, Laura?
Yes, so I have drafted the op-ed. I have one paragraph left to draft. So unfortunately nothing to discuss today, but it is in the works.
You'll send it to Tony, and then next time we'll hopefully discuss it. Okay. And if you have a draft you want to get us before the next meeting, we can put it in the packet and talk about it.
Yes, that sounds good.
Cool. All right, so next thing is the Sustainability Festival. So until a couple days ago, I was all psyched because it looked like it was going to be a beautiful sunny day. Now it's going to be under 50 degrees in the morning and probably raining, but at least it won't be thunderstorming. So I think this is maybe the
To be
third.
fair, it is gonna get sunny though.
It
That's
will.
what I saw, so it's not gonna be
Will it?
cloudy and cold all day.
All right, last I saw it was a 30% chance of rain pretty much all day. But okay, so my oven just beeped. But what I'd like to do is have a quick, what I'm gonna do is share this schedule that I have here. Hang on a minute. This was from the email I sent out. I just want to make it a little bigger, and then I'm gonna let Don run a little bit of a discussion about, I know Tony can't be there now, we just found out. So if anyone needs to move their times or change what they're bringing or anything like that, and then fill me in as soon as I come back from preventing my kitchen from burning down. Let me just make this a little bit bigger first. Hang on a minute and share it. View. Let's make it 150. And collapse this. No, I need to do, where is it? This. Okay, so all right, this is what I had from last time. I'm just going to share this. OneNote share. I think I just copied that out of the email, and I will be right back. Discuss. You can all see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I'm not here on Saturday. I should have, I think I thought I emailed, but maybe I didn't. I can try to come from 2 to 4. I'll see, but I'm traveling that day.
Yeah, and my son, who's just moved back from London with our 2 grandchildren, is moving into their new house in Westchester County on Saturday. And my wife and I were supposed to be down there to babysit and help with the move-in. It's been long scheduled, so.
All right, I can slot me in from 2 to 4 on Saturday. I am driving back that day, so I can't guarantee my attendance, but I can try. I intend to get back by then, so we can move me to 2 to 4.
All right, so where are we?
I'm not available in the morning, but I intend to be back in Amherst for the 2 to 4 slot, and Steve is not around on Saturday,
Uh-oh.
so you can just.
Oh,
No.
I'm not around. Don is
Don is not around.
I'm
Steve.
sorry. I knew a different
Okay, so
Steve
that
person
works.
in my life.
So that works then here. So
Yeah,
Don's not there on Saturday.
No,
Did I get that right?
yeah, you got that right. I'm helping my son, who moved back from London, move into his new house in Westchester County. I'm
Excellent.
once again the babysitter of my 2 grandchildren. Wow.
So who else do we have that can be there? Anyone else?
Lori, you might want to take Tony's name off 8 to 10.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I can be there from 10 to probably more like 10:30 to 12 or 1 to 3. I just have like different drop off things I have to do with the children, but I can be there for some of that time in between the 10 to 2.
Yeah, right, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, for some, so between,
I-
oh, and also in here at some point.
Yeah, I could probably stay. Um,
Well, I don't know if this is an incentive, but for anyone who's there from noon to 1, you get to hear our band play.
Oh.
Oh.
that is an incentive.
Somebody tape it, please.
Right,
Unfortunately, I won't be here this weekend. It might change because the person I was supposed to visit isn't feeling so well. So if it does, I will definitely keep you up to date.
Okay.
But is there anyone that I could maybe bring the tent and chairs to?
oh, right,
I'm so sorry. This was
yeah.
planned a while ago.
Well, since I'm bringing everything else in my car, it might be easiest if I just grabbed it at some point, Caitlin.
Okay.
Maybe you and I can contact each other afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
So Lori. Getting the tent anyway. I think
And-
without you there, it doesn't make sense to bring a laptop. 'Cause
Yeah,
you need your credentials to get in. So
yeah.
it can't, don't do that. Sorry.
And if something changes and I am able to go, I will let you know ASAP.
Okay.
What, were you gonna bring chairs too, Caitlin? Were you gonna provide chairs?
I can do chairs. Don't
I
worry
have
about.
some camp chairs that I was going to bring.
Oh, right.
Well, I was gonna say, we have some chairs, the town has some extra chairs that I think, so if you don't wanna worry about that, Lori,
Okay.
you should have
Mhm.
plenty that you can use and,
All right. And I did have the chairs here anyway, because I do have those camp chairs. So I'll bring them, and if there's something there that we can use, that'd be great.
okay.
Um,
I'll just need to know roughly how many we would need, that's all.
well, it doesn't look like we'll need more than 2. I'm guessing. I'll bring one extra, I'll bring 1 or 2 extras, but
I can bring a camp chair for me if need be, but for the afternoon. So
yeah,
don't worry about it.
right. And I do have, I think I have 3 of them, at least 2 for sure, so. But they're just camp chairs, so if you have like a plastic chair or something like that, Stephanie, that could be a little more comfortable to sit in than a camp chair all day.
Yeah, I don't know, I think these are folding chairs that the town has.
Oh, like metal folding chairs?
I don't know if they're metal, I can't remember, but yeah, they might be plastic.
If they're the really flimsy plastic ones, I'm more comfortable in the camp chairs.
Okay, well, I guess bring what if each of
Yeah.
you, want your own special camp
Mhm.
chair, bring
Right,
those,
right.
but we'll have
B-
some extra chairs if you need them.
BYOC.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so we desperately need a little more coverage. It's really nice to have more than one person there. If we don't, we don't, but if we can get someone there in the morning to help set up, that would be great. So it sounds like so Michael, you're not around, and Tony's not.
I'm out of town. I'm in Virginia that weekend.
So, and Tony's out of town. All right. Okay, well, we'll do what we can. If anybody else wants to come earlier, please do.
Laurie,
Well,
there'll be volunteers to help with setup.
Help set up, yeah.
I don't know that we'll have as many as we've had because
Right.
of the scheduling, but we'll have
And
folks.
if it is raining, we probably shouldn't bother trying to set up a second. I'll just bring one table then, and let's not try to set up a second tent. It's just too much. So if it's raining hard, I'll either keep if it's really raining, I probably won't bring if it's raining hard, I won't bring the heat pump thing. If it isn't raining too hard, or if it starts to rain, I can still put it underneath the tent, sort of toward the back of it. So I think it'll be okay. We were talking about doing 2 tents at one point, but I think
Yeah,
that's
we might have some extra, like we have extra tents too.
Yeah.
So, I think we'll have it there. So if if you're there, we could set it up. So you could just keep it as an option.
Okay. All right, is what it is. Will be what it'll be.
The weather keeps changing, so let's not get too depressed about it now.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be-
I am staying positive.
Well, last I saw it was supposed to be pouring all day today, and it's been a beautiful day, so.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know. Well, and yeah, so.
Let's hope
so
for this.
Case in point, yes.
All right, so I think we have what we need, even if it's not as much as we could use, we have what we need. All right, let's see. That PACE banner, is that ready to go? Is there such a thing?
Wasn't Tony doing that?
Yeah,
Tony and
So-
Don were doing that, I think.
Tony said he
Tony.
has, yeah, so Tony has the supplies. It's just he has to coordinate with someone to get them. And Lori, I don't know if you're on campus, so I didn't know if
Yeah,
that-
no, I can go, I can be on campus or, or drive around, whatever, it doesn't matter. Look, Amherst isn't that big a place and we all live here somewhere.
Yeah, so I would just say coordinate with Tony because
Okay.
he's got all the things I think ready.
All right. He's already out of town though, we're in trouble.
I don't think he is, but he should at least be able to communicate how you can get them.
All right. Excuse me. Okay, next thing on the agenda then is education and outreach. Don, anything more with PACE?
no, sorry, I haven't paid much attention to anything this last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Tony's not here, so coordination with local groups, we don't have anything more on. Heat pumps, I don't have anything more on. Climate resilient schools, I have a sad report that today was ride and roll to work and school day, but I didn't find out about it until like about 3 days ago. So there wasn't even time for me to reach out and tell people. Not very well advertised. Last year they made a much bigger deal of it, but I hope everybody rode their bike to school today.
There was a pretty good crowd that rode from South Amherst
Excellent.
into a Crocker Farm school this morning.
Excellent, excellent. I have not been out in the car today, so or out in that direction anyway. I had a medical appointment this morning that was too far to be biking. All right, so that's all we've got there. Advisory and support. I don't think we have a lot today. UMass Climate Plan. They are not giving up on the renewable diesel thing. I'm making a lot of noise about it, and they won't. They're not giving up on it. Just to keep people informed. Their plan to burn, their proposal, not really a plan yet, but their proposal to burn 1 million mega BTUs of renewable diesel every year is more than is far more than is produced by. Okay, so how do I say this? When you're doing renewable fuels, you'd like to know that they are locally sourced, locally made. When you do biogas, there are local biogas digesters you can buy biogas from, which is very nice. But there's not enough of it. And the same is true, even worse, with things like renewable diesel. There is a local, all of UMass cooking oil goes to a local, what do they call themselves? They're a recovery. They do cooking oil recovery basically, and then they do a little bit of cleanup and dole it out to other places and make products out of it and stuff. And if every drop of oil, cooking oil that they collected, every drop of it from all over Western Mass were made into renewable diesel with no losses in the cleanup part, not assuming that every drop that came in went out as renewable diesel feedstock, which is definitely not true. Certainly less than that by a lot. But if that were the case, you could only produce about 3 million mega BTU, or so 3 million, I think it's in gallons. Now I'm creating my units, but it was only about half of what you needed. 3 million, right, it was 7 million gallons of renewable diesel was what the equivalent was to the BTUs they were claiming, and then they only produce about 3 million from everything. And you could only possibly produce, if every drop of oil from this one recycler went to renewable diesel, you can only produce half of it. So this is the problem, right? If every power company wants to do this, and all that oil is being sold into the market. It's being used for all sorts of things, right? Everything from cosmetics to animal feed to biodiesel. And if you redirect it for other uses, you have to backfill with something, and that something is inevitably now going to end up being palm or soy grown overseas, because that's all that's left. There just isn't any more new sources of oil out there. I was at least glad to find out that all of the UMass oil does actually get repurposed in that way. So, all right, next thing is the draft solar bylaw, and my stove is beeping again. So Don, I'm going to let you be as the chair, and Steve, why don't you tell us about, unless there are questions about the UMass climate plan, then I will let you take over for a moment, Don, and let's go on to the next thing, which is the draft solar bylaw.
Okay,
I have no updates. I have not been able to attend a CRC meeting in the last month or so.
all right.
I can tell you that they're meeting tomorrow. They had changed their meeting times, so they are now on Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m., which I know is probably not great for you, Steve.
Yeah.
So that is the new time, and so there is a meeting tomorrow.
And are they addressing the draft solar bylaw in that meeting
Yes,
tomorrow?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they, I think at this point now, it's sort of an ongoing until it's done. The last meeting was canceled due to a lack of a quorum, so there were no updates. So it's been about a month now, so you didn't miss too much.
Okay. Any predictions on when CRC will be finished with it?
Oh, no. I don't, I think they're aiming for June 30th, is what I think I had read somewhere, that was kind of a timeline, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. I won't put any prediction in the minutes then.
No, please.
All right, that's it for draft solar bylaw for now.
All right.
Okay, next we have transportation, which is Tony, who is not here today. And regional and state policy updates, I still have nothing. So unless anyone else has anything, there's a lot going on, but it's all sort of depressing at the federal level, and I don't have much to say about it. So anyone else have any other updates? Okay, in that case, that brings us to, this is going to be a very short meeting today, but that's okay because we have a long day on Saturday. So staff updates.
Okay. So I had a meeting today with KLA representative, who are the ones responsible for maintaining our dashboard, our sustainability dashboard. And they also provide us with items to go out for social media. And so this month we talked about having 3 ECAC members be featured to say something about what you're doing for sustainability this summer, or what are you doing that's sustainable this summer. So I just need 3 volunteers. We would need you to provide a picture, a very brief statement of what you're planning to do, and then your name and title that you want to use. You can use it as just ECAC member, or you could put your title of what you do, up to you. But I need 3 volunteers, and I would like to have them before I finish. So
I should say I did something like this last year, so I think I'm probably not going to do it again, but it's fun. And I got a nice picture in Facebook of me in my bike helmet talking about, I think the question there was, we were recruiting for ECAC, and they were asking, why ECAC? And so I gave them a little blurb about that. It was fun.
And
yeah, and then
the sustainability efforts, is that just like our personal efforts or a professional or?
Well, you could talk about your professional, but I think this is more, this is the kind of thing to sort of motivate other people in town. So it
Okay,
could just be something like, we're camping locally for, for one of our vacations or for our vacation, just something along those lines. So just something that you're doing personally. But again, this is not a heavy lift. Like, we're going to have a picnic and recycle all our, food waste, whatever, anything like that. So I don't want you to think too big, just think simple. I mean, every one of you, I am sure, does something sustainable on a daily basis. So I just need 3 of you to say you'll do it.
I'll volunteer.
Thank you, Steve.
Steve. Someone else? And Laura, I know you do all sorts of stuff.
I'm just thinking, I don't know, I'm probably the least sustainable of everybody.
Yeah,
I don't believe that for a second.
not for a second.
I don't know. I mean, if no one else wants to do it, I'll do it. I'll have to think of something.
Okay,
I can help you if you want to.
Okay.
Think of something, we can talk about it. And that's true for anybody. So like, I just need one more. Dawn,
I
Laura,
do the
thank you.
good, good.
Excellent. So I will be following up with the 3 of you after,
I mean, much of what we're doing, Stephanie, is a continuation of what we've been doing for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
there may be a few new things, but most of it is just,
But I think Stephanie's also looking for stuff that you're doing that's maybe outside of, how do you do sustainability in your own life?
yeah, no, yes.
So, all good. So I will follow up with the 3 of you. They do want to have something ideally by the 16th, but no later than the 23rd is like the absolute date. So I think it's one of those things better to just like get it done and get it out of the way. You just need to give me a picture that you use, you can use any profile picture. And then, your statement and name and title that you want to use. That's all. It's really not a big lift. So, all right, thank you. Now I get really exciting news to share with you.
Oh.
We all seem sort of down in the dumps today, so I feel like I want to lift us up. We are designated as a climate leader community. Yay.
Oh, yay.
It's one of the first 7, so there are 17 communities. And so we are one of the first of the 17 communities to be designated. So it's really exciting. There was an award, not an award ceremony, but like a designation, event that happened last Friday in Watertown in front of their triple LEED platinum net zero new school that they're building.
All those show offs.
Amazing in Watertown. This is their 3rd net zero school.
Wow.
It's really impressive. So it
Wow.
was actually really cool to sort of be there. It's so funny because we were all given our certificates and had a picture with the lieutenant governor, and Cambridge had 12 staff people in their photo. Paul Bockelman did go. So
Wow.
it was the town manager and I were there. And it was really nice because I have to say that, I've worked here for a really long time, but that's really the first time that a town manager has, actually gone to one of these events with me. So that was really nice to sort of have that, him to be there and also for him to be excited about it. So, which he was really, he was feeling inspired by what Watertown was doing with their school. So
Ah,
that was great. I was really excited, and I'm really proud of us getting that designation. So just so you know,
can you repeat the name? We're Climate Leadership Community? Is that?
Climate Leader Community,
Climate Leader.
Yep.
And who gave the award?
the state. So this was from Mass DOER.
Okay,
It
cool.
comes with additional opportunity for funding, no, or something like that?
Yes, so I was just about to say that so the next step is that we will be, we're gonna be applying for the technical assistance first, which is $150,000. And that is to get an engineering study done for implementing some kind of decarbonization project. And we have a few different projects going right now, so it may be likely that we might want to do that for the Bangus Community Center for installing heat pump technology there, because they're already doing a bunch of work on the Banks Community Center. And then we can apply for $1 million for implementation of a project for one of the municipal buildings specifically for decarbonization. And I was told that it doesn't have to be bringing the building to completion, but it has to be something that is like a defined step in decarbonizing the building. So that could be, you know, the installation of, you know, heat pump equipment, but it could be weatherization. So it's kind of exciting. I'm really looking forward to moving forward on those projects. It's just, you know, it's it's like, you know, just keep pushing that boulder, just kind of
Yep.
keep pushing it, you know. So
Congratulations, Stephanie. That's great. Really great news.
yeah, it's very exciting. I'm really
Thank
proud
you.
of our town and thank you, all of you, for all the work that you do to support all of this. It's really great. So
Did you say this was inaugural? We're among the first communities?
yes,
Ah,
correct.
excellent.
We are one of the inaugural communities, yes, to do this. Yeah,
Now,
again, there's
this-
17. And I don't know, it's funny, I don't know that the state has put out their official press release yet. This information was embargoed, but since the event last Friday, a few communities already posted and put pictures up. So we're sort of feeling like, well, you know, we want to get the word out there too. So I think the state did actually just put something out today. And our communications manager is on top of it. So there should be something showing up both on social media. So look for it in social media or also on the town's website.
Nice. Cool. Any other updates?
I think those are the two big ones for right now. We put the heat pump meeting off because I was at the event. So we rescheduled for next week. So hopefully I'll have an update about where we are with that. But again, as of the last time we had 15 households, they will be present at the Sustainability Festival. So we're really hoping that we can recruit some more households to participate and get them interested. So, you know, it's great because when they're there in person, they can really talk it up. And I will say the one thing I really have enjoyed about the Sustainability Festival the last couple of years, especially, are just watching people have conversations and people really engage. Amherst people love to talk. So it's really great. People engage in conversation and, you know, I just hear a lot, you know, people tell me that they've had, you know, they've installed solar panels after coming to the event, you know, just a lot of great stuff moves forward after that event. So what might seem fluffy and just fun, I think it really has a purpose. And so
Yep, yep.
it's great. I'm glad we're doing it still.
And there was a climate leaders conference on Wednesday that I very much want to go to next year. Anything interesting happen there?
It was interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that it's always hard because, the first part was excellent because Melissa Hoffer, the climate chief, was there and gave a pep talk, I think. It's what it felt more like to me, about, you know, continuing to hang in there, move things forward. The state is doing stuff. But then there was a panel, which I thought was really well done, where there were, I think, 5 or 6 communities who just gave a brief snapshot on a project that they were doing.
Cool. Yeah.
That was working towards decarbonization and
Yeah.
other sustainability initiatives. And I thought that was really great. It was really well done. They were very concise and very informative. And then, you know, as always happens, they break out into workshops and you have to choose which you go to. And, you know, I felt like the first one I chose was okay. It was the, you know, Mass Save summary of the, you know, the rollouts for the next 3 years. And that was okay. But, you know, you can also get that online. But I just thought there might be more information. There really wasn't. And then the second workshop that I went to was about a tool where you can assess your house for heat pumps, but it was so specific. And I felt like like for instance, the tool wouldn't work for my house. Like if you already have solar, the tool wasn't going to be helpful. So I felt a little bit not misled, but maybe there wasn't enough information in terms of choosing which workshop to go to. So I thought it would be something useful, and it may be for some people in town, but from you know, a lot of people, it was just the tool is, I think, a little too specific for our use. But anyway, so it was good, but you know, I think as always, it's like you have to sort of choose which information path you're gonna follow.
Right. All right, thanks again, Stephanie. Any ECAC member updates or items for the next agenda? Everybody is in the crush of the end of the school year
Mhm.
or other things. All right, in that case, we look for public next agenda, I guess, anyone have any suggestions for the next agenda? I feel like we need to start some new stuff sometime soon, maybe have another retreat over the summer and think about what we want to be working on.
I just put
Um,
down the op-ed, Lori, because we're continuing that.
The op-ed, right? Okay, op-ed for sure. Other things we should be talking about?
ASF debrief.
Yes,
Yeah.
debrief. That was supposed to be for this week, right?
Will there be more on the heat pump program to discuss for either results or efforts that ECAC can do to help with further recruiting?
Yeah, we did touch on this last week, that they're still looking for 15 more families, right? 15 more houses at least. So getting people in the pipeline is important. So outreach, to contact your networks and let them know. Stephanie, do you have something else you wanted to add?
No, I was gonna say, I mean, there may be a way we can talk about that, about, you had mentioned, Lori, about getting the education series up and running again.
Oh,
so
yeah. Mhm.
maybe that is a good topic.
Maybe we should talk about that for sure. We should do that next week. We should
And
just
the
put it
heat pump.
on yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the heat pump could be one of the first. I
Right.
mean, we are gonna have an information session on it, but I don't know. We've done it before, but maybe it's good timing.
Agree. Other stuff, if not, public comment, no attendees, so I think we can adjourn. Is there a move to adjourn?
I move.
Well, second.
I'll see some of you on Saturday.
See you
Yeah, see you
Saturday.
Saturday.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.